When we had last left Team Watcher, they had set sail for a strange island, an island by the name of Kazuwari, one that was purportedly in the midst of some sort of spiritual crisis that only the Watcher of Cadnua could solve. And in their exploration of the island, they found a bizarre well, and within the well they found what seemed to be adventure aplenty, a massive cave sprawling out before them, the darkness encroaching upon all sides. But as they continued to explore this cave, they found themselves in a waiting room, and then taken by a bit of a hasty and angry dude taken to an arena to fight in what appeared to be some great grand combat challenge competition. There they fought a gigantic swirling gravitational monster of some sort and its 5 obelisks. And they learned that they were taking part in a weird, strange rite used by the people of Kazuwari. To what end? It was unknown, but they spoke with a mysterious 3-headed godlike being. Not godlike in the usual sense, but it seemed to be divine in some way. Did it have ties to Galawain, who they had spoken with before, or was it something else entirely? This is Pillars of Eternity 2, Seeker, Slayer, Survivor. Welcome back. Let us unhide all of that. There we go. And make our way through here. Like I said last time, I think we will be ending up doing just a shitload of talking.
No problem.
Very similar to what happened. Got a knot in my back. Oh, shit. Got a knot in my back. Your friend looks like he could ease. Oh, Constantine, because he was like a masseuse or a masseur. I forget which one is which. But I'm assuming this will be like Beast of Winter, where after our initial bit of high-flying combat, we have a down period of getting like some lore dumps, which we do have to speak with, at the very least, yes, Humaire, or Humaire? I'm sorry. Easier than Pillars 1 to pronounce stuff, but still difficult.
You go in now. Humaire stays waiting for you.
Humaire. Okay. Well, we may as well do that first. Arena Warden, anything else?
You go upstairs to watch Crucible.
Okay, I won't go upstairs yet. Save your grudges for up top. This is where we lick our wounds. Got a knot in my back. Oh, look, there's a bunch of people here in some sort of magical reflecting pond. Oh, she's a Galawain godlike. I forgot what they're technically called. Hides drape the broad shoulders of the woman standing before you, and carved horns exaggerate her already prodigious height. Moss grows in patches on her bark-like skin, and as she turns her faintly glowing eyes towards you, her lips part into a smile, revealing 2 jagged rows of shark-like teeth.
This is her. This is Humaire, the one we've come to see. She'll show you the way.
Okay.
Quite the show you put on, Challenger.
One of her hands rests lightly upon the edge of the plinth beneath the bowl of shimmering water.
Would you like to see a better one? I know for a fact that the gods delight in watching their children spar for dominance.
Oh my god, already Takehu is wanting to fuck. And honestly, me too.
Yours is a new face within these hallowed grounds. Strange that. I don't recall the last challenger to enter the Crucible without first proclaiming their intent to me.
Well, we did sneak in through the back door. I didn't have much of a choice. The guard was very insistent, and I snuck in here. I broke in. It was illegal. I came in through the well. I thought there would be treasure, all right? In my defense, I thought I was spelunking some ancient treasure. A ghost brought me here. Said you might know him. What's the Crucible? Let's go with this. I'm curious if she'll bring up the fact that, like, yeah, you broke in here. Oh, you were spelunking for ancient treasures? You mean our ancient treasures? You were going to steal them? Yeah, as it turns out, a lot of time when we're taking ancient treasures and shit, they belong to someone, man. Alright, I didn't have much of a choice. The guard was very insistent.
There always exists a choice, even if only to walk away or to roll over and die.
She chuckles quietly.
Walking away being the wiser and the more pleasant of the two.
Ah, Constantine. You walked away once. Have you returned to accept death instead?
There's no rule against making the same choice twice, is there? Figured if my friend here was planning to walk into this viper pit, he could use someone with half a god's damned clue at his back to help him walk back out.
Then perhaps you are finally ready for what the Crucible offers.
Her bright-eyed attention returns to you.
Still, I apologize if you found Makoba overzealous. He can be disciplined if you desire it.
Oh my god. Yes, the harsher, the better. No need. I accept your apology. Leave him. I think he learned his lesson. Say nothing. Yeah, I think he learned his lesson. She nods, her head bowing slightly more than customary. A ghost brought me here. Said you might know him.
Then it is you.
It is me? Her eyes again roam you, lingering on your arms and legs?
I sent Muatu that you might speak to him and seek us out, Watcher of Cad Nua.
You could have sent a letter, instead of a head. How can I help? I'm here. What do you want? Yeah, you could have sent a letter.
I wanted to know that you fairly earned your title. That you stand before me proves you a true Watcher.
Okay.
A man's life for a message and a test. Good trade.
How can I help? I'm here. What do you want? How can I help?
Our ancestors constructed this temple as a tribute to the souls of all life. Of predator, prey, and the primal dance that forever binds them.
She runs an open palm along the worn stone.
Souls came to permeate these walls. A choir of voices greater than any individual chanter or druid.
You say this like it's a challenge.
Man, I'm so glad we got Takehu here. He's got a lot of interjection. Takehu tosses his hair and grins.
They became not unlike a god. At least upon this isle.
Ah. Huh. Yeah, we were wondering about what the hell was going on with that. Let's see, specifically... Our ancestors constructed this temple as tribute to the souls of all life. A predator, prey, and the primal dance that forever binds them. Survival, right? Let's see. Souls came to permeate these walls. A choir of voices greater than any individual chanter or druid. Huh. So where did the souls come from? Like everything that was hanging out on the island doing its primal dance? Constantine rolls his eyes, making no effort to hide it.
Great kith from across the Deadfire heeded their song and flocked to Kazuwari, whether to relive the battles of lore or forge legends of their own.
The corner of her mouth twitches into a slight frown. Go on. But now, something's gone wrong. And here I thought people came because of the ghosts you sent them. Let's say that.
But one more service provided by the spirits.
Adair nods in agreement. Takehu grins and pats down a nest of his writhing hair. Okay. Well, let's say, but now something's gone wrong.
Not exactly. Or rather, perhaps. A few months ago, the music changed. It became discordant to my ears, as if it and the souls no longer sang in harmony. I think perhaps that it is because of the foreign god stomping across the Deadfire.
Sure, blame Aethys. Everybody does.
Which is such an interesting line coming from Adair. Because he's not saying that ironically. He kind of means it.
Not that he don't sometimes deserve it.
Right, yeah. All right. So, you called on a watcher. I thought the spirits sang the song. How can it be out of harmony with them? Let's say that.
Therein lies the mystery. Why has the song changed? What does it herald? Thus, I require a watcher.
I wonder if this is a link to the main story, and it's why we couldn't do it until we specifically learned that key information at the Ashen Maw.
More stories get told of the Watcher's abilities than there are islands in the Deadfire to hold them.
Really?
Those that claim the mantle for themselves almost always prove charlatans or lunatics, or both.
Well, I'm definitely not any of those. Please ignore the name of my sailing ship.
But if the tales of communion between Watchers and lost souls hold any truth, we might uncover what ails this place.
Has this discordant harmony actually caused any problems? Maybe she's afraid it will? Like taking preventative measures? Which is smart, right? Has there actually been any problems so far?
Over the centuries of contests here, gallons of blood have been spilled in the arena.
Ugh.
But the fights have always been reasonable. Now, however, the Faces of the Hunt summons great monstrosities to pit against green challengers.
She frowns.
Even outside the Crucible, the beasts and kith of Kazuwari grow increasingly aggressive. The Faces stoke their hostility. They seem eager to see blood spilled.
Huh.
They sound much like the gods.
This place has always been hungry for bloodshed. How's this any different?
I would not expect you to understand, Constantin. You were deaf to Kazuwari's song.
Oh, that's very interesting, since he can be a chanter, right?
You must draw the attention of the Faces of the Hunt in the Crucible. To contend in the Crucible, you must first complete the Rite of Passage.
Her tone is reverent, and she bows her head slightly to you. What does this rite entail? Why did you send your ghost to me? What are the Faces of the Hunt? That's true, I guess she could have sent it to another Watcher, but I was probably the closest one who hadn't been losing their mind. Closest and most well-known. What does this rite entail?
The Faces of the Hunt provide 4 trials. The aspirant overcomes them and earns the right to take part in the Crucible.
Okay. What was that earlier then? Was that not the Crucible that we had jumped into?
Or they do not. Either way, blood is spilled, and the Faces are pleased.
Oh, can we exhaust all of these? I'm gonna assume so. People die for this?
Reward balances the risk. The champions of the hunt reap many blessings from the Faces, treasures and mystic abilities alike.
Maybe with the Hawana common belief of reincarnating into another caste and stuff helps ease the idea of them dying in glorious combat or something? I'm not sure.
For as long as they survive, you mean?
It does seem kind of fucked up, though. I'm not sure. Maybe that'll be the question, whether or not this is something deserving of respect, like some time-honored tradition, or some sort of fucked up ritual that's gone on forever, and they've just been tricked into burning away their lives for whatever purpose.
And the losers? The Beyond holds for them a position most privileged.
Really? Huh. What kind of trials?
Trials of combat. More than this, I cannot say. Only that you will face opponents of spirit and opponents of flesh.
Ooh, this is interesting. Yeah, I like this. My associates and I fight as a team. I'm not about to risk my life in solo combat.
Here I was looking forward to sitting back and watching you take all the hits for once.
One-on-one events are rare here. In the Crucible, we fight as nature intended, in packs, with disparate equipment and little effort spent to ensure fairness.
A very convenient excuse to avoid any attempt at fairness or honor.
Besides, it would be an incomplete trial if we tested only prowess. The leadership and preparedness of our contenders must also be judged.
Oh, that's very interesting. Huh. Yeah, that makes sense. Why did you send your ghost to me?
I learned of your abilities in the Crucible. One of Engari's agents brought us a remnant of a battle you had with a ship called the Drake.
Fuck, I fought so many ships. Which one was that?
The Faces used that object to manifest an echo of you aboard your ship. You were quite impressive.
The Drake? Which one was the Drake? Was that what's his name's from the beginning? Old Benwith? How do the faces provide these trials?
These walls contain the souls, the memories of the many kith who have come before. These souls communicate their will through the faces of the hunt. The faces stirs the memories, blending essence to summon spirits or manifest beasts of blood and bone.
That seems pretty fucking wild, honestly.
Don't know about you, but that sounds like chanter business to me.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it totally does. Huh. I didn't even think of like the kind of magic being used within the confines of like what class would that be associated with, right? Alright. Sometimes you refer to the faces as if they're a group, and other times as if they're a single individual.
Indeed.
She nods.
Toamowhai is one. Toamowhai are three. Toamowhai are scores.
I wonder if their name can also be broken up into different parts, like each face has like its own individual piece here? No, maybe not.
Sounds confusing. At least with Aethys, it's just the one.
Very, very in character. What are the faces of the hunt?
The earthly voices of Toamowhai. They emanate from the statue of him that overlooks the arena. It reflects the three aspects of the sacred hunter: the seeker, the slayer, and the survivor.
Which we get a religion 8 check. Okay, let's get this started then. I mean, hopefully we don't actually get it started right away, but, you know. Constantine's shoulders slump, and he lets out a deep, tired sigh.
The pool of memories will set forth the challenges that await you.
Her hand slides across the edge of the font of shimmering water.
Peer into its waters when you are ready.
Okay. Good. So we can engage this on our own terms. Very good. Let's do a quick save here. And let me go over here, and we should speak with this dude. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but it totally looks like this is going to open to some weird secret area back here, right? Even if it is small, like a little treasure cache or something. This totally looks like it'll move. Okay, let's examine these things. Personal effects cluster for space in the memorial sconces. Statue. Twin statues stand in judgment of all who exit the arena. Oh, so this is an exit then. How about you, Ngari? She talked about you a little bit.
You should speak with Humaire. She shall show you the way.
Okay. Does she have anything else, if we talk to her again?
Greetings, Challenger.
The caretaker grins, revealing rows of razor-sharp teeth.
You need only gaze into the pool of memories to learn what fate awaits you.
She runs a hand across the edge of the bowl. Okay, cool. We can actually learn even more. I need to know more about the souls not being in harmony.
The Crucible is alive with the souls of many warriors, and their countless memories of battle. Through their song, the Faces rouses these souls to take form. They provide endless opponents.
Huh.
The souls do not speak to me in words. I am no watcher. But they do little to hide their tempers. I sense fear and anguish.
It almost sounds like a miniaturized version of the wheel that Aethys is going to destroy, right? If this crucible here it's alive with the souls of many warriors and their countless memories of battle, and then it, like, manifests them into another form to provide opponents, right? That totally sounds like reincarnation on, like, a smaller scale.
I'm sorry. This must be what it's like to have a sick child, unable to explain what's wrong.
That's okay. Actually, I wanted to know more about you.
Oh, there's little to say of my own past. I've lived here for decades. I arrived a nobody, but rose to champion.
Smiling, she rubs her chin.
For reasons unknown to me, this place chose me as caretaker. It has been a simple life in many ways. but an incredibly fulfilling one.
Tell me about your time as champion.
That must have been 30 years ago, 40? Gods only know.
Wow, how old is she?
My pack and I fought for the boar's glory. We raged like the warriors of old legends. How brave we were, how terrible. After we won, my pack wished to return home, but I knew in my heart I had been chosen. Not only by the surviving face, but by all of them. The faces of the hunt almost never speak to me, but they did on that day. They bestowed on me all I need to know to steward the crucible.
Huh. Why? Why did they pick her to steward it then? Why her of anyone else? And what a thing to lay upon someone, right? Interesting. Do you have the option of leaving?
Perhaps, but it's largely irrelevant. I have purpose and wholeness here at the Crucible. In my youth, I felt the Seeker's urge to see the world, but this island has cured me of my wanderlust.
Huh. Yeah, I'm not sure if I have a read on it. Either that's like, it's a really cool and like good thing, right? Or it's some fucked up form of manipulation. So, what you haven't left the island in years? She chuckles, shaking her head.
While I wouldn't mind being cursed to stay on the island, I still have to travel at times. The trials require it on occasion, as do my tasks as caretaker. Mawatu did not fly to you by magic.
You can fly?
Not magic, maybe, but tricks all the same.
He looks quickly at Ngari, his dark eyes narrowed. What exactly are your duties as caretaker?
Counsel for those seeking answers, such as this conversation we're having.
Fair enough.
Otherwise, I oversee the wardens and see to the repairs of the Crucible's physical components. Then there are the less glamorous tasks, dealing with the steady stream of corpses, for example.
Ugh. And that's why she has the axe, I guess. Sounds like this place would fall apart without you.
In truth, I am not necessary for the Crucible to function.
Then why would they keep you here like this?
Through the statue, Toamowhai has worked his will upon this place since before my time. He will do so long after I'm gone.
Huh. Okay, let's discuss something else. I'm curious about this place.
This is the heart of Toamowhai's sacred isle. This temple to battle was built millennia ago. Long have the faces of the hunt presided over these trials. Was there something specific you wanted to know?
Who built this place, and when?
Countless generations have passed since Juana of many islands first came here. Before this place was built, the lands were arid, almost barren.
Really?
But Toamowhai filled the isle with wildlife, monstrous and minute. When this much blood spills, the grass grows unbounded.
It's like the opposite of Cyrodiil.
Whether Toamowhai guided the creation of this place, or if building this place attracted Toamowhai's favor, I cannot say.
Huh. Weird. So she's open to the possibility that maybe... that maybe it attracted Toamowhai.
But he is here.
Okay. Well, who's in charge here?
Well, Toamowhai, of course.
She smirks at you with a puzzled look.
A few fools have attempted to seize Kazuwari as their own, but it crawls with warriors eager to preserve the unruly chaos of this place. Would-be tyrants die quickly here.
Huh. Tell me about the faces of the hunt.
They are the three ways in which Toamowhai is known to us. As the slayer of all threats, as the survivor of all challenges, and as the seeker of all answers. The Stelgar, the boar, and the spider embody these three facets of our god. The great statue overlooking the crucible is also the faces of the hunt. Through it, Toamowhai provides for us innumerable foes.
They pray to a statue, Diverus.
She shakes her feathered head.
You hoping the steward don't get any ideas?
Percom Blanca. Do not mention this to him.
I love that exchange. If the faces of the hunt are Toamowhai, why haven't they provided guidance?
Well, the faces are a manifestation of Toamowhai, and not exactly the same thing, but...
She coughs nervously.
The faces do not exactly converse. I have petitioned for guidance and have been met with silence. The faces will speak, but only when they wish to be heard.
Ooh, and as soon as we saw them, they spoke to us. Okay, let's discuss something else. I want to know more about this competition. The caretaker nods with a toothy smile.
Hunters and warriors from around Aora come to seek conflict and revel in the dance of life and death. The Crucible welcomes any petitioner wishing to test their skills, and the faces honor contenders that best embody their virtues of the hunt. What particularly held your interest?
Did everyone here get a ghost for an invitation?
No. Most are here because they worship Toamowhai, though many name him Galawain. Regardless, they hear the call.
So in some ways... Well... Yeah, the lore here says... Sometimes called the Faces of the Hunt, has been generally conflated with Galawain by travelers from outside the archipelago. Right? So it's a mistake to think that they are one and the same. I was about to say maybe Toamowhai is a aspect, like a physical manifestation, an aspect of Galawain, similar to the Beast of Winter being an aspect of Rimmergon, but it seems like that isn't the case here. Especially when it's explicitly says in our lore entry that it's generally conflated with Galawain. What form do these challenges take?
You will learn in due course.
What's the prize for winning?
Every challenger that completes the Rite of Passage becomes a contender, eligible to compete for the patronage of one of the Faces of the Hunt.
One of them.
The 3 chosen packs face off to determine the champion of the hunt. This grand winner earns honor and objects of power blessed by Toamowhai.
Okay, cool.
Beyond this, each victory in the Crucible earns you the Lord of the Hunt's favor. Favor which can take many forms.
Ooh. Why'd she say like that? Ooh, goodness. Humaire or Humaire? Forgot how to say your name. Let's discuss something else. Nope, never mind. Okay. Yeah, I like her.
Sure.
Let's go over here. Let's do a quick save as well. Oh, look at all this. Ooh, neat. Hey, you know what? This almost reminds me of some of the... And it makes sense, right? But it reminds me of some of the architecture we saw at Ukaizo, the remnants, the memories of Ukaizo, back during the Beast of Winter. Got a knot on my back. Yep, everybody's got knots on their backs here. Cook Corin.
Hi there, my fine friend.
Scents of foods, local and exotic, rise from the cart behind the pudgy Orlin.
Care for some tasty victuals before you go testing your strength against the spirits?
He gestures to the foodstuffs behind him. The spirits.
You fresh off the boat, lad?
I am.
Arena's full up of soul energy. Likely as not on account of all the blood spilt.
He chuckles.
The Faces of the Hunt stirs them right up, summoning monsters and legendary warriors for the contenders to try their blades against.
I wonder if Jody could theoretically absorb them into her lantern, right? Like if there's just ever-present soul energy there, could she just suck them up? Like vacuum them in there? Let me see what you got.
Only the tastiest damn food in the Deadfire. Come, have yourself a look.
Alright. Gainsveth, Koiki fruit, luminous lobster. Goodness. Yeah, there is some good stuff here. And we can retrain our characters here. Useful. Okay. Yeah, we'll have to come back to that in between videos and all that. There's spectator seating. Where else does this go? Is there a smithy? Something like that? I would think so. In fact, yeah, it looks like there might be one right up here. Oh yeah, there's all kinds of... This is like a craftsman's hall. Damanja? Damanga? What's up? A dwarf woman sits behind a low table, the wrinkled skin around her eyes and mouth betraying her venerable age. Coils of ink-black hair, shot through with the occasional streak of gray, tumble down around her shoulders. She examines you through narrowed eyes.
Adult traveler, we reserve these modest quarters for those challenging the Rite of Passage or contending in the Crucible.
Oh my god, what is that accent? She gestures at the dank room of tall bunks through the door to her left.
Humaire told me that you are to be extended our hospitality. For the moment.
She's like a... It's like your usual Valian Italian-esque accent, except she sounds like some sort of old witch. Some old, like, witch of the woods or something. This is supposed to be an inn?
Hey, now. She's doing the best with what she's got to work with. Have some class.
Fair enough.
Our beds are simple, but we offer a variety of training spaces in which to hone your skills. Spaces unavailable to mere spectators.
Let's see what you got.
Of course. Let me show you around the grounds.
She stands, pushing the chair back into the corner. The hammocks! Wow, it's only 10 units. Goodness. Okay. And we can recruit adventurers here as well, if we really needed to? Which, you know what? Maybe we will need to. Who can say? How much does it cost? Let's see. We can get a level 19 adventurer for 4.7k. Yeah. Stuff to keep in mind, if necessary. Retrain, yep, party management, all that good stuff. Okay. And your store. Okay, yeah. Your usual booze situation. Fair enough. Okay. This is just free to take. So I will. Okay, here? Should I try and rob her?
Yeah, quickly.
Why not?
Quietly. Sure.
There we go. Sorry, Grandma. Let's go over here. Oh, how about these folks?
Yeah, time to see.
Can I rob them?
See.
No, Grandma sees me. Okay, over here. Neil. Neale? This elf stands before a cart, one thin hand twisting a small tool against a thick strap of leather he holds gingerly with his other. He chews on his lower lip, his brow knit in concentration. The acrid scent of poultices and potions haunts the air around him.
Neil's still kicking, huh? I thought for sure he'd have blown himself to bits by now.
Oh, it's you. How's your, sister, was it?
What, did they bang? Neil peers at Constantine.
Daughter?
You had it right the first time. Damn, do I look that old?
Some of Constantine's deliveries just really catch me off guard. Damn, do I look that old? Fuck. Constantine frowns. How about some service? Clear your throat. What's that you're working on? The man's eyes flicker up to you, return to his task, then widen before shifting back to you. His mouth gapes, closes, and gapes again. He swallows.
Magnificent, are we not?
That's pretty good. Takehu sighs and brushes his hair back from his shoulders. So he's taken in Team Watcher, just like, oh god, he's left speechless. He's just like swallowing all of his drool, like, oh god.
Yes, my apologies, Traveler. I just got a little wrapped up in, well, it's a personal project, and now I am going on about nothing.
He gingerly sets the tool and device down on his cart and brushes his palms together. Beaming proudly, he shows you a belt filigreed with copper wiring. You note small Adra stones within the tangle of wires. The buckle appears to be made of copper inlaid with Adra.
I call it Neil's Auroral Transubstantiator, or perhaps the Essential Battery Array, or maybe I would, well, name's not important. It's meant to collect and store ambient essence in an accessible form for dynamic usage at a later time.
Looks expensive. His eyes narrow, and he pulls the belt away from you.
I have been working towards this for my entire life. All of my studies, my experiments, being driven from New Humaire, it's veritably the culmination of my existence.
Oh, New Humaire. That's where our friend from Pillars 1 at the very beginning in the prologue was from. He sighs.
This jungle, and more so this arena, it's in a state of essential flux. The density of ambient essence here goes far beyond anything I've seen elsewhere in the world. But to collect that power, to harness it, I need the help of a contestant in the Crucible.
He runs a hand through his mop of hair, disheveling it. I might be able to help. What do you intend to do with this energy once I've collected it? I'm not doing this. Yeah, what do you intend to do with it?
Alchemists, you see, are limited to the materials they harvest. Yet the processes we employ ultimately draw their efficacy from the essence present in all things. By infusing potion ingredients with ambient soul energies, I hope to significantly increase the efficiency of the process. The end result? An almost limitless draft!
You want me to drink a person's soul? Okay. Neil grins broadly. Well, I might be able to help.
You would?
His broad smile brings his dimples almost to his eyes.
That's fantastic! So, you see, during each fight in the arena, the essence presence spikes fantastically. Some of this is the result of magic, or released energy, owing to, well, the death of the fighters. But the arena itself manipulates essence too. It's really quite a thing to behold.
How do I fit into this?
All I would require from you is to wear the belt. Well, competing in the Crucible, I mean.
Okay.
And then, of course, return it to me. Obviously.
He swallows. I've begun the Crucible. I'll wear your special belt. What would I be getting out of this? On second thought, I don't think this is a good idea. What would I be getting?
Besides the pride of furthering the cause of animancy?
He chuckles.
I kid. Of course I'll reward you. In coin, obviously, but also if when the experiments bear fruit, I can provide you that fruit.
Ooh, he frowns.
Fruit being the, drafts in this case. If that wasn't clear. I am just confusing things further, aren't I?
Man, didn't this guy do voice acting in the Outer Worlds or something? He sounds so familiar. I've begun the Crucible. I'll wear your special belt.
Fantastic!
He hands you the belt.
It's ready. Just wear it during the fight and return it once it's fully charged.
Okay, cool. Let's see here. Unstable coil. Oh. Oh dear. Volatile. Deals shock damage and causes stun for 4 seconds to everyone near the wearer on unconscious. Copper wiring and finely beveled cogs have been sewn throughout this broad leather belt. The belt brings to mind Engwithan machinery, though whatever hands made this either did so in recent history, or someone has gone to great lengths to preserve the leather and keep the copper free of corrosion across the centuries. Alright, well, let's fucking wear it. What are we unequipping? Oh, our life-saving one. Okay. So from one thing that prevents death to another thing that whenever we get KO'd, it's really bad. Okay. Well, you can't win them all. Let's see, I guess we'll put ours on Constantine since he's like our weakest link. He'll be able to make best use of it.
In my bed, huh?
What did he say? Alright, Neil.
You're back! Does that mean the belt is ready?
His dark eyes dart about, searching you. Actually, I'm here to browse your potions.
Of course. Let's see if anything strikes your fancy.
He opens a large chest, revealing a collection of carefully labeled vials, flasks, and bottles. Alright. Yeah, the usual stuff. Good, useful items. All around. I wonder if some of these will be more specifically useful for certain enemies, right? Like certain encounters. Like maybe this burn damage, corrode damage, freeze damage, shock damage shield could be super duper useful. I could see it.
Yeah.
Alright, let's at least
problem.
look back here. Oh, we found a secret. Where? Oh, that right there. Whinge.
Greetings, stranger. Akira, aren't you the dangerous-looking sort?
The Aumaua woman smiles warmly, revealing sharp teeth.
I have all sorts of fine magical items. Will save your life in the pit as sure as Ngati's thrashing stirs the sea.
Her hand indicates the trinkets in the stall behind her, with a fluid, sweeping gesture. Man, she sounds like a prospector from the Old West.
It is possible they are magical. Animancers have found the Huana possess their own powerful techniques for binding essence.
Alright, let me see what you got.
Always the finest items.
She turns to show you her inventory. Boots of Speed. Now we've seen that before. Gauntlets of Reliability. Yeah, we've seen these before as well. Storm Turner. Yeah, all these we've seen, I think. Maybe not Girdle of Mortal Protection. We've seen belt with a +2 Constitution enchantment on it, but not Mortal Protection at the same time. Let's see, is there unique stuff on there? Nah. Okay, fair enough. Let's go over here. How about you, Coretta?
Ado, and welcome.
The tall woman, adorned in well-crafted, finely polished armor, bows to you, her dark hair almost brushing your face.
Please acquaint yourself with my weapons and armors, lest you become acquainted with death in the arena instead.
She chuckles and steps aside to reveal rows of sharp blades and unblemished armors. You think I can't handle myself in a fight? Sure, let's say that, why not? She laughs, shaking her head.
Not in the slightest. But we all face Chirono upon the Killing Field,
Chirono? A Valian variant of Barath, god of death, cycles, and doors. Really? I think this is the first time we've heard part of their, pantheon for the gods. Valian. How did you come to be here?
I sought meaning in the ring before the faces, and found it, I did. In a fashion.
Her smile reveals bright, even teeth.
The wound almost returned me to the wheel. I would have been leaving, but, well...
She shrugs, a large, flamboyant gesture.
This Elo is my home now. When Chirono seeks me, I will be found here.
Elo. Oh, a Valian word for island. Let me see what you got.
See for yourself. Per complenka.
She beckons you forward. Okay, a bunch of exceptional stuff. One superb. Yeah, nothing unique here. Okay, fair enough. Well, before we end this, let's use this thing. Oh, it goes back out. Okay, fair enough. Alright, well. Holy wackadoo. I suppose when next we come back, we will have respect and we'll continue looking around inside of here, which I don't think there's too much left. There may be. I'm not sure. Yeah, I think it'll just be like an arch rather than a full circle. Could be wrong on that, though. But it looks like it's building into just a proper arch. But nonetheless, either way, when we get back, we'll look around the rest of the area, and then we can interact with this cool reflective pool and fuck with some more big dudes, I guess, right? Some more terrible assholes. Yeah, so we'll be respect a little bit, we'll be finely tuned, all that good stuff. Because a lot of people said that this is kind of a more difficult DLC, right? But hey, if we got through that first encounter with Nerasilius, or whatever it was, at the beginning of Beast of Winter, and we fought Nemnoch, we got this. Until next time, please take care of each other.